Hey guys, it's Indy. I thought there was no better way to jump in the community than to do an r/entitled parents. So that is what we have in store for today. Hope you guys like it. Entitled kid wants my medication. Entitled mom slaps me and gets flipped by my older sister. This is my first time posting on here, so apologies if things are a bit messy. I'm also posting on my phone on the train. Backstory: I'm a 5'8", 21-year-old girl with severe depression and anxiety. So I'm on medication for it, which I have to take 3 times a day. If I miss one pill, I end up crashing so bad I end up in a hospital. Cast: EM, entitled mother; EK, entitled kid; S, my older sister; me. Now, this happened a few months ago, but I still remember it like it was yesterday. My older sister and I were up at our local shopping center. It was late morning, early afternoon, and we were planning on seeing a movie. But before we were going to get tickets, we decided to get something to eat, as it was time for me to take my antidepressants. I don't like the idea of carrying a box of pills around, so I put my meds in a clear plastic container, and with how small the pills are, they kind of look like tic-tacs. My sister and I had just sat down when EM and her spawn of Satan, about 4 or 5, walked in. They were seated a few tables away from us, so we really didn't think much of it. The waiter came over to our table and took our orders, then took the orders of EM and EK. A few minutes later, he returned with the drinks for both our tables. When the waiter sat down mine and my sister's drinks, I went into my bag and pulled out my small container of meds. The sound of the pills in the plastic container caught EK's attention, and he got up and came over to us. Interactions as followed. Pulls my sleeve. Hello? Looks at EK. Hey, what's up? Points at my meds. Tic-tacs? My sister looked at me. I didn't like saying no to little kids. Sorry, hun, but they're not tic-tacs. They're my medication. EK just walked back to his table without another word. My sister and I shrugged and started talking about what movie we were going to see. Next thing we knew, EM stomped over to our table with EK in tow. Why did you tell EK he couldn't have your tic-tacs? My sister was about to speak when I gave a look that said, "Let me handle it, please." She is very protective of me, especially in situations where my anxiety or depression could flare up. Looks at EM. I told him no due to the fact they are not tic-tacs, they're antidepressants. Don't lie to me, they're in a plastic tic-tac container. Medication comes in a box from a chemist. Starting to look a little bit anxious. I don't like carrying my meds around in a box, so I put them in this container. My sister could see I was starting to freak, so she stepped in. EM, I can vouch for the fact that those are indeed antidepressants. She takes them 3 times a day, every day, and has done so for the past 3 years. EM was having none of it. She continued on about how they were tic-tacs and I should be ashamed of not giving them to her precious little EK. And ranting on, EK makes a grab for the container, which is in my hand. I slapped EK's hand away and put the container back in my pocket. EK screamed at the top of his lungs and EM absolutely lost it. What the heck do you think you're doing hitting my child? He tried to steal my medication. By now, I was full on panicking and on the verge of an anxiety attack. My sister had gone to get the manager. EM was screaming that her little spawn of Satan would never steal, and she slapped me across the face. My cheeks stung and had a red mark from how hard EM slapped me. My sister came back with the manager and asked what was going on. Before I could say anything, EM started screaming that I stole her son's tic-tacs and refused to give them back. Introducing M, manager, aka my sister's girlfriend. Looks at EM. EM, we have everything on CCTV, and this young lady came to get me when you started shouting. I also know these 2 ladies, and I also know that she is the rightful owner of the container and its contents. EM was fuming at this point. She went to strike me again, but this time my sister got in the way and full-on flipped EM. Looking at and now flipped EM. Please leave or I will have to call security. EM got up, grabbed her son's arm, and dragged him off to the exit. EK still screaming and EM mumbling profanities under her breath. TLDR, EK tries to steal my meds. EM tries to hit me when I stop him twice, and she gets flipped by my sister. Edit. OMG, thank you so much for the silver. This one is so funny to me, especially considering the fact I also do take medication. So the only thing I could imagine through this whole thing was, what if the girl actually just gave in and was like, whatever, and gave the kid a pill, because he would just immediately yak it right back out, because medication tastes disgusting and nothing like a tic-tac. And I can just see the mom being mad now, like, how dare you give my kid this pill? You're trying to kill him or poison him, all this other stuff. Like, she'd be mad that you didn't give it to him, and then she'd be mad as hell if you did. There's really no winning. This next post titled, "How dare you teach your kids about a religion different than what I want?" Okay. I was originally going to post this in r/entitled people, but recently found out from a friend that this person did in fact have and was actually only tolerable to her children. Obligatory mobile formatting warning. I used to go to a religious school and had actually moved from another religious school to that one in order to get a better education in the subject of my religion. The first school was run by a wonderful lady, and though it was strict, it didn't force the ideas from the holy book down your throats. One of the teachers actually became a family friend and someone I would babysit for free. Anyways, when I moved to the new religious school, the lessons and the teaching were much more strict. This was because the school was run by a very strict, annoying, and insufferable woman who always believed she was in the right. This woman, of course, is the Karen for this tale. It shouldn't have been surprising that she acted like this. After all, her name was a name that sounded very similar to those stereotypical for entitled people, and she always looked like she had bit into a lemon. However, my brother and I didn't really notice anything at first. I myself had had some strict teachers in my time, and the way she taught was not all that unordinary compared to them. However, it was her rules and regulations that drove our family and many others up the wall. She would force many of us to attend certain services on certain days just to give us experience in seeing how others read the holy book. My family, being not as religious, would only go to services on the most important holidays, as we deemed it unnecessary to go literally all the time. This is what caught her attention, particularly in what my parents promised would be my final year there. This was the year that we would finally be recognized as men and women in our religion congregation, and the year that I had been anticipating my entire life. Due to this and the fact that much preparation went into such events, my entire class was given a specific number of religious services to attend. I don't remember the exact amount, but I do remember that it was ridiculous and unreasonable. I'm gonna say 50, just as an estimate. This EP was entirely serious in her demands, to the extent that she made a checklist with all the names on it and the amount of boxes correlating to the amount of services we had to attend. Every time we attended a service, we had to sign in on this sheet, and it was painful. She was always there working at the desk, and just her presence made mine and many others' faces melt in discomfort. The worst part was attending classes, as every time that she remembered a kid hadn't gone to service a few times in a row, she would call us up to the front, sometimes during class, and say these dreaded lines. "I expect you to come to services sometime this week." Now, I was a suck-up for most of my life, and only now am building my backbone, which made me a teacher's pet to many of the educators I'd learned under, which was fine with me, less conflict and such, but did absolutely nothing for EP. Even when I was speaking the most timid and genuine voice in the world, she wouldn't pay any mind, and would continue to talk down to me and be as rude to me as she did with the rest of the class. One time, just because I was doing work ahead of the rest of the class while she was going over the directions, which I had already read, mind you, she told me to put my pencil down. The second time this happened, I kid you not, without any warning, this woman takes the eraser end of my pencil and literally tears the wooden writing stick right out of my little child hands. Needless to say, the rest of class that day was spent keeping my sniffling under control and my face down so no one could see the little drops of water trailing down my face and hitting my workbook. So, when my parents decided that my final day had come, it literally felt like I sprouted wings, burst into the air, joined a choir of cherubs, and sung until my voice was hoarse. I packed up my things and spat out the double doors. I didn't even think to pick up the homework for that day. I don't know exactly how it happened, but after buckling in the backseat of my car and waiting for about an hour for my sibling to emerge from the depths of hell, my mom unbuckled and got out, stepping back into the building to see what was taking so long. This is what my mom said happened, though it has been years, so the dialogue and events are not the most exact. What is taking so long? I didn't see Obscure walk out. Oh, she's in the car. Oh. Well, she needs to be signed out. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'll see Sib and Obscure next week. Oh, actually it's Obscure's last day. She won't be coming back.
What?
We promised her that when she came of age, she wouldn't have to go to religious school anymore. You can't do that! What are you talking about? She'll be back next week. She has to be. She hasn't even finished the year yet. No, she won't, and she doesn't have to be back. It's our decision. Thank you. EP follows her to the door and looks out through me at the window as my mom gets in the car. Looks like she just ate a bag of sour candy and retreats back behind the door. The ogre having been defeated. I thoroughly enjoyed hearing my mom rant and rave about EP all the way home, exclaiming how she doesn't/can't control my children. Years later, a few days before writing this, a family friend's daughter stayed at our house. It was just her and I for the week, and on our last days together we reminisced about the old hag on the drive home. See, this one friend had been a teacher in training / teacher's assistant of some sort underneath the beast during these years that me and my sibling were forced to endure the burning, icy, piercing flames that EP produced from every orifice, especially her mouth. It was interesting to get a bit of different perspective of the demon's actions, and was the incident that inspired me to bring this story to the forefront after such a long resting period. Anyways, I hope that EP has learned her lesson. Probably not, but it doesn't hurt to be cautiously optimistic. And I sincerely hope you enjoyed my story / rant. Thank you so much for reading. I'm not super religious myself, so situations like this always scare me, because I always, in the back of my mind, am like, what if I end up with someone who's really religious and I'm not, or I just don't want to push this on my kid, or this or that. So I definitely understand where OP is coming from. This next post titled, "My friend's sister was trying to get my laptop for cheap, free, and for her body." A bit of context. I'm 18 and I needed to sell my laptop. I posted on social media and my friend told me a friend of his was looking for one. Turned out he was an r/choosing beggar. The same friend then told me that her sister was interested and gave me her number, and thus how it began. Hello, is this OP? Yes, who is this? How did you get my number? I got your number from Sarah. I'm her sister. And your name is? Emily. Want to know if I'm single too? No. Just to be sure you are who you say you are. So what do you want from me? You've never talked to me before. I heard you were selling a $1,000 laptop. Was wondering if it's still available. Sure. Non-refundable. Want to buy it? Yes, my son is looking for a laptop to buy and mentioned he sometimes plays on yours. Oh yeah, Tyler, he's a good kid. I'll be glad you'll get him a laptop plus his favorite games, so PayPal or cash in hand. Yes, but I can't afford it at that price. Hello? Sorry, I was busy. So I can drop it around $900. No, it cannot be at $900. I can't afford such a thing. I'm a single mom with a single job. My boyfriend dumped me without giving me money. What does your personal life have to do with buying my laptop? And no offense, but I heard from Jake you cheated on your boyfriend, so he doesn't owe you anything. What does the fact I cheated on my boyfriend have to do with you? Exactly. Give me your laptop for free for offending me, or I'm calling your mom for calling me a cheater and selling me your laptop that she probably bought you. She knows I'm selling it and I have her consent. My son needs it and you're too old to play on it anyway. Have a good day. Please, my kid needs it. Don't you want him to be happy? Tyler told me you had a crush on me and found me sexy. What if I give you a chance to date me with benefits? No, not a chance. You're 5 years older than me and way to be a good mom. If you attempt to do anything with my mom, know that I'm showing her these texts and you are not welcome on our property. and Jake wants to have a talk with you. Again, have a good day. So this one was really funny because it's r/entitledparents, but it's really r/choosingbeggars. Not really sure why you would message someone, like if somebody messaged me who I haven't heard from like ever, like, hey, heard you're selling something, want to give it to me for free? Like, I don't know you like that. We ain't even got that good of a relationship, so hold on a second. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I'm gonna do my little closing remarks now because I didn't want to do them at the beginning of the video because, I mean, that's lame. Of course, you're here to read Reddit, not listen to me do intros, but thank you for watching the video, number one. I'm really starting to get going on this channel because I watch Reddit videos literally almost every single day. I love Reddit videos and I always watch them, and I always, you know, hear the male voice, you know, like r/ or voicey here or Oz Media, like, or it's either them or it's like a automated voice, which is still male technically, I guess. But my point is, I have yet to come across a YouTube channel for Reddit readings voiced by a female. Not that they don't exist. I mean, I'm sure there does exist a channel like that somewhere out in the universe, but I have yet to come across one. So I figured, why not start my own? But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my voice, you know, subscribe. There will be more to come. If you have any constructive criticism, any feedback, please leave it in the comments below. You know, I'll take any chance I can to improve. So if you have anything at all to say, just please comment down below and I will definitely get back to you. Thank you for watching. Bye.